the whole path of the Buddha's teachings, whether we are referring to the basic foundational teachings or the basic foundational teachings of renunciation, or the teachings developing the compassion and the view of absolute nature, or the pure vision, or the pure view of the higher levels of practice. For the practitioner, it all boils down to learning what to adopt and what to abandon. When the Buddha Shakyamuni first began teaching, he spoke of how beings suffer because of ignorance. And the ignorance that they suffer from was not knowing how to achieve happiness, not knowing the cause of happiness. And because beings desire happiness, then that very desire itself obscures the wisdom that would understand how to achieve it. And so although they desire and strive for one form of happiness or another, because it's based on that desire, they act in ways that actually produce the opposite, which is some form of problem. And this ignorance, which should better be called ignoring, I don't know if ignoring, and ignoring, we say ignoring is a better word than ignorance, because ignorance is not a state as much as it is a habit of ignoring. So you could say because that we are involved in the habit of ignoring our true nature, and the result of that process of ignoring is to not be aware of how things occur. So this process of ignoring, and how we have become so habituated to it, it's become one of our more fundamental addictions, is this habit of ignoring. And that might not be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that because of our ignoring, we act. And when we act, we must experience the results of those actions. And that's where the problems begin. That's where our personal experience of problems begins, acting. If we act in a positive way, we experience, if we act in a positive, a positive, wholesome, helpful, good way, then we experience various forms of enjoyment and pleasure and happiness and comfort. If we act in harmful, negative, destructive ways, then we experience various forms of suffering and problems. In both cases, we're still bound to the conditioning effect of ignoring our true nature, which frees us from the actions that arise from that ignorance.